What is up, guys? Today I'm going to be answering all the questions you guys asked a while back when I hit 1,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much for all the support, as I would not be able to do this without you guys. Let's get started. Starting with Thuzy25, he asked, what do you think is the most underrated coaster you have ridden? This is a very good question. I have to say the Bat at Kings Island. It's a great aero-suspended coaster, but unfortunately with where it's at in the park, people pass it a lot. I've always wondered how many people don't even know that it's there. It's a great ride that deserves more recognition than it gets. The next question is from Journey of Hidden Eyes, and they asked, have you ever thought about if a certain song goes to a certain coaster, like one goes to Mystic Timbers and one goes to Maverick? I actually have kind of thought about this. When I think of Mystic Timbers, I always think about 80s music, specifically Cars. I know it technically came out in 1979, but it's close enough. Cars is one of my favorite songs, and it plays during the ending, so yeah. Likewise, when I think of Maverick, the song that comes to mind is Ghost Riders in the Sky, specifically the Charlie Crockett version from Twisters. Thanks for asking. The next few questions are all from Axolotl Thrills, so I'm just gonna speed through them. What is your favorite color? I've always liked plain orange, but as I got older, I began to like burnt orange more and more. What's your favorite theme park? The roller coaster capital of the world, Cedar Point. What's the best coaster you have been on? Steel Vengeance, Maverick, or Top Thrill 2? I love all of them, but my all-time favorite is Steel Vengeance. Have you face revealed, and if you haven't, will you? I have not yet, but I will eventually. Thank you for all these questions, Axolotl. The next questions are from Senna Coasters. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. What is your number one bucket list coaster other than Falcon's Flight? I have a few, so I'll name my top 3. Velocicoaster, Air Force One, and Iron Gwazi. They all look like so much fun, and I want to try and get on all of them someday. Who is the best theme park content creator in your opinion? I really like Coaster Studios, DZ Rides, and you can't go wrong with El Toro Ryan. My favorite is probably Coaster Studios though. I love seeing how much fun Taylor and Sarah have on all of their adventures. They also just have really high quality videos and post very often. Kings Island or Cedar Point? I already kind of answered this one, but I'll go more in depth now. This is a hard question. These are both of my home parks and the only amusement parks I've been to at the time of recording. If we're talking just coasters, easily Cedar Point. Kings Island has a better overall experience though. I feel like every time I go to one of them, I'm like, okay, I like this one better. Then I'll go to the other one and say, okay, I changed my mind, I like this one more. From just 2026 visits though, I have to say my home park, Cedar Point. It's close though. Point Coasters asks, what's your favorite flavor of roller coaster in the alphabet? To that, I'd have to say Tralero Tralala, because he's the best Tesla Cybertruck on the couch near the Strawberry Ferris wheel. Thanks for asking. Next is Flint Michigan Gaming, who asks 2 questions. What's your favorite game to play in the arcade? I don't go in there often, but my favorite is probably the air hockey. It's always fun when you find some pucks left over from the previous match. What's your favorite place to get food there and your favorite food there? I'm guessing you're talking about Cedar Point. In that case, my favorite place to get food is Back BQ. They always have great barbecue there, and my favorite thing to get is the sirloin and mac and cheese. Once again, thank you for the questions. The next question is from Coaster King, which is, what's the most overrated coaster you've rode? I might ruffle some feathers with this answer, but Valraven or Banshee. Both are great rides, don't get me wrong, they just don't live up to the hype that you see online. Even though I hate Valraven, I still love it for what it is, and I'm glad it's at Cedar Point. In the case of Banshee, however, I just don't get the hype. It has a great layout, but the rattle is insane on the outside seats. A lot of people I've talked to say they've sat on the outside seats and haven't had any problems, but my one ride this year was just unbelievably rattly. Alright, the next question is from Back Row Thrills or the Roller Coaster Girl. Do you think Steel Vengeance is overrated? No. I think for the most part it's perfectly rated. Some people might hype it up a bit too much, but I think it lives up to the hype. It's a great coaster and my current number 1. Thanks for asking. Next is Roller Coaster Lover, and they asked, what's the best flat ride? I'm not a big flat ride guy, but I like all the Windseekers that you can find at Legacy Cedar Fair Parks and Zamperla Endeavors. I also have to mention drop towers. They still scare me to this day. I actually just did Power Tower at Cedar Point for the first time last time I was there, and I was low-key tweaking out. And last but certainly not least is Matthew Gaming, who asks the following questions. Name? My name is Aiden. Nice to meet you guys. And the last question for today is, what is your most ridden coaster? I don't know the exact numbers, but probably Iron Dragon or Cedar Creek Mine Ride. Those are pretty much the only two I did before I got over my fear last year. And that concludes today's Q&A. Thank you for all the questions, and I want to thank every one of you again for supporting me and my channel. Peace out and ride on.